Sir, thank you. Thanks a lot for sparing your time and joining to our program. It's a great victory, I would say, that finally the court has acquitted about the charges which are against you. How do you view the whole verdict of the court?
Thank you. It's, I'm very happy that second time in the appellate court also I have been acquitted, and government has been directed to send me back as per procedure. So I hope I can go back to my home at the earliest.
When was the first time you were acquitted?
In the lower court, means trial court, it was on 26th of October 2018, I have been acquitted for the first time. And government has filed an appeal against that acquittal order. This has been disposed of yesterday.
Can you tell us what exactly happened in May 2014?
You see, in Bangladesh at that time, there was movement against the government, and as being a senior member of opposition BNP, I was in charge of acting Secretary General, and that time my responsibility was to guide the movement and issue press release, etc. And as you know, in Bangladesh, the enforced disappearance and extrajudicial killings, persecution, this is routine work since then. So at that time, in plain clothes, some law enforcement members, they have arrested me and abducted, and they have kept me concealed in a secret place for 2 months. And after that, they blindfolded, carried me here and dropped me here. And I came to know that this is Shillong Golf Link. This is in short. And I have informed through passers-by to the local police, and they have arrested me accordingly.
So why did the government challenge your first acquittal?
That is known, I don't know. This is government, how government filed. They have right to file appeal. But cases like this, usually there is no such record to file against that acquittal, such acquittal.
But there was a long period of more 9 years.
8 years.
8 years you were arrested. So don't you think that it should have been it was very, very long?
It's very, very long. 8 years in exile. It's very, very long.
So you should have been released much before.
I think so.
But were they contesting due to the illegal entry, your illegal entry, because you did not have any documents?
Is this fact?
Where were your documents? I mean, who took away your documents?
You see, I have been brought here blindfolded by the kidnappers, those who arrested me in the name of law enforcement agencies, law enforcers, in plain clothes. So, how could I bring the legal documents? Because I have not come here voluntarily. I have been brought blindfolded.
And will you be safe in Bangladesh? You would like to stay in India or you want to go back?
I want to go back, and I was waiting to go back since the first day.
But you will be again targeted.
Yes, that can be faced. I'm ready to face it.
After you go back, how will you recall your turmoil in India and in a obscure place like Shillong, separated from family for 8 years?
I planned to write a novel on that.
Sorry?
I plan to write something on that.
No, but how bad was your feeling after coming here? Obscure place, you don't know anything. One fine morning, you discovered yourself in a garden, and you are asking, "Where am I?" How was the initial feeling you had in your heart?
You see, nobody can realize that feelings or situation like that if you don't face a problem like that. Only the sufferer can have the feeling how painful this is.
But just suffering is not enough, sir. Would you take it up in an appropriate forum? I think it's also a violation of persons, human rights. You see.
I don't think the responsibility lies with any authority or anybody except the Bangladesh government, ruling authoritarian government.
So, who do you squarely blame for the whole episode?
I think I replied the question, I answered the question that the authoritarian government of Bangladesh, the illegal government of Bangladesh, is responsible for all these things.
Would you like to carry on with active politics right now after you go back to your country?
Let's see, let me go back at least. Let me go back first.
But you just now told me that Madam had also contested an election, and the plight and the sympathy, the people from your area have, they voted in favor of her. So I think it would be obvious that after you go back to your country, you again enter the field where you were in.
That is future will tell it. I cannot comment right now.
Will you be seeking some asylum or support from many other places?
Why should I seek asylum? Why should I seek asylum? I want to live in my country, even if I will be put in jail. No problem.
But you
I want to go back and I want to die in my own soil.
But you should seek some protection.
After going back, then the total future arrangement, I think, would be guessed. It is early to say anything on that.
But you can petition your courts and human rights panels so that you can be a protection. You can be given a protection.
That could be planned in future. I am not thinking right now all these things.
So when is the time that you decide to go back?
Doesn't depend on me. This is a government has been directed to send me back as per rule.
So you will have to get the order and
I think these are the legal procedures to be followed. My lawyer will look at them.
So one last question from my side is, how bad was your experience, despite this place being such a beautiful place, staying away from your family, staying away from your country for no fault of yours?
This is my fate.
No, but how did you feel staying here for months together?
I have answered it earlier that the life in exile is not a happy moment.
So do you term this as a life in exile?
Yes.